This is the first video I'm doing for members only of the Discord, and it's on a subject we've talked about before, and that is the stock ASML. This is the company that makes the machines that the semiconductor manufacturers use, and they're a monopoly. If you want to refresh your memory, I did a video on it on March 27th. And then on April the 1st, I did a video with Wes in which we used his Fibonacci method to look at ASML as well as to justify it. We looked at some past things he had done with Amazon to a proof of concept. I really want to own this stock. As I explained on March 27th, this is a company that basically holds a monopoly on the machine that makes one of the most important elements of our future, and that is semiconductors. So I want to own it. So I went back to revisit it to gain a better understanding of the movements of the stock over the last several months. And what I saw was that the reason it moved the way it did is revealed in listening to their fourth quarter earnings report. And their CEO explains that they're pre-shipping some of these machines, these semiconductor manufacturers, before all the testing is done. And as a result of that, they've postponed some of their payments that they normally would have gotten in first quarter. So their earnings dropped from, I'll show you a bit on Seeking Alpha, dropped from about $4.24 a share to their estimated earnings in the first quarter of 2022 will go down to $1.84. That's a substantial drop. And I think that explains the movement in the price and what gives us some clues as to what we might expect. As I said, I want to own this. And our projection said that we were going to need to buy it somewhere around $543, $42. I'm not convinced it's going to get down there. So I created another Fibonacci analysis, and I want to explain that to you. And it's up to the price a bit as to where I might be comfortable to buy it. As I say, I want to own this stock. And I see an opportunity to possibly make a 20% gain on a swing trade on it probably in a 15 to 20 day period of time. Let me take you to the computer and show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is my trading view chart, and if you remember back on April the 1st, Wes and I did the Fibonacci analysis where we put our starting point at the low of ASML from the coronavirus to its peak. And that produced a 50% pullback buy price of $543, I think it was on theirs. Mine is showing $545.20. And so with that in mind, I come over here and I see we got as close as right here a low of 558.77. I don't want to miss this. So I came in and I did another Fibonacci and said, okay, let's say that qualified as the 50% pullback because it got pretty darn close. And we do now a Fibonacci from this low point, setting a new low at 557 to a new high of 715. And then we've had something of a pullback. Okay. That gives me a Fibonacci now of 637, and the current price, as I said, is 667. So then with that being done, I wanted to go a little deeper. So I went to my back to my Seeking Alpha, and I went into my earnings section. And what it tells me is on January 19th, they announced their earnings of $4.46, which was a beat by 18 cents. But they showed a miss on their revenue of 168 million, where their actual revenue was 566 billion. So it wasn't a big miss, but it was a miss. But I think what really then affected the price was they announced their anticipated earnings for the first quarter of 2022 were going to be $1.84. That's down from $4.46. That's a substantial decline. If I go over here and look at earnings estimates, you can see here on the graph, they were at 446. They then came at, again, actual was 446, and this is the drop in the earnings. But they project in the future, they'll be at, for second quarter, they'll be at $5.01. And then for the following quarter, $6. If I go into earning revisions, and this shows probably why this stock has pulled back. As you can see, in November of 2021, they felt that their earnings were going to be up here around $4.50, and then they revised them down in January the 24th down to $1.48, and that's where it's hovered at this point. So when I look at my graph, that explains this. This is their announcement that they had good earnings, but they had a bad outlook. And you can see it's dropped. And it dropped in a matter of days. And then it traded sideways and now has come down, but on March the 9th, but has rallied since. And again, I think this is because there is a feeling that, in fact, they will hit that $5. But I'm anticipating, before they announce their earnings, which is going to be on, I believe it's May the 20th, I'm looking to buy it at $637. Then I'm anticipating I'm going to get a 20% bump. So this is going to become my swing trade. In reality, I may want to just hold on to this, depending on what I see from their earnings report in the April, roughly April the 20th, I think, is when they're announcing their earnings. Yes, on 4/20, it's estimated they will announce their earnings. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to watch. I've set up an alert on my account. I've changed my alert from this one down here of 5:45 to, I'm going to enter a backup alert at 6:37, and that's where I hope to buy it. That's where I'm at on this, and that's how I'm going to deliver to you more of what I think you should come to expect from the platinum element of Discord. So this is for members only video. It is not going to be seen by the general public. And so this is where I think I can give the tribe a leg up. What I want you to do is to communicate with me, and we'll do that through the Discord, as to what else you want or what else you think that I and Drew can help deliver to you and Kevin to make you a better investor. That's what this is all about. I just don't see any reason why we can't collectively make this viable and make it such that the $60 that you spend a month is a mere drop in the bucket as it improves your life. Now, what I also recognize is that we may want to take this further. We may find that we have hit a gold mine by buying this data, this research from other sources and then sharing it, and we may want to take it to a new level. I don't know. What I do know is since November of 2019, my first endeavor into YouTube financial channel, everything has changed. Every week something new presents itself, and it's a new opportunity for me and a new opportunity for you. So my commitment is I will continue to change and adjust to make you a better investor. So that's our first take on this. It won't go smooth. It will be a bumpy road, but I again thank you for your support, and you have brought a new dimension into my life, and I hope I can reciprocate. Talk to you again soon.